I think every artist loves art supplies, and one of my favorite places to stop here in town is More Art Supplies and More. I can always look through the colorful colors of all the supplies, and she's always got great artwork hanging on the wall and different things to inspire you. I went there the other day because I thought I would try acrylic inks. I'm very much in an exploratory phase. I want to try new things, which I've always been reluctant to do. I generally just like to stick with what I know, and sometimes that starts to feel stagnant. So I picked up some acrylic inks and I'm testing them out. Here I am mixing a green. I didn't buy a green. I don't know why I didn't buy a green. It's the color I use most because I paint and draw a lot of nature. So why I didn't buy green, I don't know. From what I can tell, I would say that acrylic inks behave a lot like watercolors. I've never had much luck with watercolors. They are not very forgiving. You put them down and that's where they go. There's not a lot of time or opportunity to work them like you can other paints. So I'm definitely in uncharted territory. I eventually move on to a bigger brush that can hold more water and will let the paint spread around more. I don't know if I should have chosen a different surface to work on, maybe a canvas with some gesso. I'm just working on some mixed media paper here, but it's a learning experience. I get pretty happy with the movement of the brush, making the leaves, feeling a little bit better about that as I'm going along. I'm working with some lining with the black, and then eventually I feel like I start to mess it up. So I move on to figure I will paint a flower. And as I'm working, I just start to have a lot of unsuccessful memories of working with those really cheap boxes of watercolors that we all had as kids growing up in school, and I just sort of get silly with it. And I'm playing more, which is what I guess is the purpose of me trying new art supplies. I'm working with the black here, trying to come back in with my usual style of line work and see if I can salvage something I feel successful out of my attempt at acrylic inks for the first time. I do love the white ink. I loved the veining I could get on the leaves from it, so that was successful. And then I decided let's just start with some simple shapes and work on practicing value. I like to draw and paint water drops, and they seem to work well. I was happy with the way they came out. So when I try these again, and I will try them again, I will definitely be starting with something a bit less adventurous than leaves and flowers. But that's all part of the creation experience. Trying new things, figuring out what works, learning new practices and habits. You never want to say that you're too old to learn something new.